Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service, real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Forever change the way you sleep with the softest 100% organic cotton sheets from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with sheets that feel airy and breathable. You'll experience the purest softness on night one and feel your sheets get even softer with every wash. Take 20% off your first set of sheets during Boll & Branch's annual spring event at bollandbranch.com with code BUTTERY. Limited time only. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Another episode with another of the brilliant players from this year's Soccer Aid. This time we are joined by one of the Gladiators from the BBC hit show, and that is of course no other than the very lovely yet very scary Diamond. I sat down with Diamond a few weeks ago and asked her a thing or two about football and Soccer Aid, which is happening on the 15th of June at Old Trafford this summer. Now, I did a bit of research on Diamond before I interviewed her, because you know how the saying goes, if you fail to prepare, then prepare to fail. And I found out that she was a Manchester United fan when she was younger. And I also found out that she played football to a pretty decent standard. So, well, that was my first question. Is this true?
I did indeed. I actually played for a boys team when I was 6. I had to unfortunately move to a girls team, as much as I hated moving because I love playing against the boys. I'm a little bit, as you can tell, being Diamond off Gladiators, I give as good as I get. So, I felt that made me stronger. So yeah, I played from the age of 6 up until like 21, and obviously now playing for Soccer Aid for UNICEF. It's awesome. It's a dream come true.
Well, I'm glad I got that bit right, because if I didn't, there's a good chance she could have tackled me down in the studio, and I would have been another opponent on her hit list. Anyway, the next thing I asked her was about her inspirations when she was growing up.
I mean, obviously a huge fan of David Beckham, of course, but Karen Carney I actually met when I was younger, and I think I've mentioned this before, that she was a huge idol of mine, and I still have some signed boots from her as well when I met her at a tournament once.
So, David Beckham, it sounds like he's safe, and wow, what a legend. Karen Carney, the former Arsenal, Chelsea and Birmingham player, was also a big inspiration to Gladiators' gladiator, Diamond. Now, we've all seen Diamond in a very busy, roaring Sheffield Arena on the TV programme Gladiators, but I wanted to know what it was like for her walking out into a football stadium with over 50,000 fans. Oh, and by the way, I haven't got a clue what that electric buzzing sound is. I think it's just the power of Diamond. No wonder she wins so much on Gladiators. She shocks them to bits.
Oh, the feeling is indescribable. It is amazing. The crowd is huge, and obviously expecting an even bigger crowd this year, being at Old Trafford. So yeah, it's like I said, it's indescribable. It's amazing, and I absolutely love hearing you all guys there and seeing everyone just cheering, and just the atmosphere. It's contagious.
Now, one of the things which is brilliant about Soccer Aid, and I mean truly brilliant, is the many wonderful characters that you get on the football pitch from all different walks of life at the same time. From Danny Dyer, the actor, to Mo Farah, the runner, to comedians, to gladiators, and everything in between. But, even though they're not all footballers, they do not shy from tackles, especially slide tackles.
Oh my, I was about to say that. The amount of slide tackles, I was like, I'm moving out of the way. I'm not getting involved in that. I've got gladiators to do. But yeah, it was, no, I luckily did not get involved with many slide tackling, which is good. But I remember Emmett Scallan doing quite a few, and him coming off with some big old scratches up his legs. So that couldn't be fun for the few nights afterwards.
Last year's Soccer Aid was Diamond the Gladiator's first Soccer Aid. And I wanted to ask her, was there anything which caught you by surprise last year? The intensity of the crowd, the unknown of playing in such a big game, or was it just all plain sailing?
I think being a gladiator in the arena, it's sort of not used to that many people because it was a lot more. But I was used to obviously that crowd roar, and I just think I just embraced everything. But I think for me this year, I'm really just going to be able to enjoy every moment. Sometimes it did get quite overwhelming with all the different players and all the different celebrities. Obviously, there were some of my favourite people. Obviously, one of my idols, Karen Carney, there, actually in like the Soccer Aid camp, and obviously on the pitch too. And obviously the likes of like Jill Scott. So that bit got quite overwhelming. I was just so excited to meet everyone. But I think this time I'll be able to just take it all in a little bit more and really savour the moments.
Well, the last thing I asked Diamond, which I ask everyone I spoke to about Soccer Aid, is why should we get involved this year? Why should we buy a ticket to go and watch it? And if we can't buy a ticket to go and watch it, why should we watch it on the television?
Oh, guys, definitely watch it. I watched it from when I was young, and it is the most special game of football you'll ever watch. It's so much fun, and you get to see your favourite celebrities, your favourite footballers. So make sure you watch, and if you can, get there on Sunday the 15th of June, or not. If not, watch on TV. We're at Old Trafford in Manchester.
Well, there you go. The wonderful yet very scary Diamond, who plays in this year's Soccer Aid once again. So remember, if you know someone who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. And whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly, or pitch side, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Football for Kids is proud to be supporting Soccer Aid for UNICEF 2025. Watch some of the biggest stars take to the pitch at Old Trafford on June 15th for yet another match which is set to be a classic. Tickets are available now via socceraid.org.uk/tickets.